Man, I gotta say, that was terrifying for me, man. It's literally terrifying because my whole universe was Tesla stuff.
Yeah.
That's why anyone like because of me, like any black person that's driving a Tesla, everyone thinks it's me. Even like
Yes.
I'm not
There
making
goes
that up.
Rich.
Huh? Is that Rich? No, seriously. Seriously, any
Jamie Foxx is like, no, goddammit, I'm Jamie
yeah.
Foxx.
I told you. No, seriously, like I mean, I get that all the time. I still get emails to this day about people being like, "Hey, I thought I saw you in Southern California. Is that you?" I'm like, "It's definitely not me. No." Um, but no, that was a huge thing. So a little backstory in case people are watching aren't following, but I made the decision that I really couldn't do Tesla stuff anymore. It was getting to be just too much, man. It's hard to continue to create content for a car company that only has a handful of models.
Yes.
They have the three, which I think it's okay. Well, it's a great car. I just didn't want it for me personally. I was a bigger fan of the S. I already have an X, and then there's the Y and the Roadster. And the
Yeah.
Roadsters were so old, it just wasn't a modern enough car for me to really appreciate. And I didn't want a Model Y, so it's hard. You don't want to force yourself to get these cars when you don't really like them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to do something. I got to do something. And you know me, I've always been a fan of both gas and electric. I said, you know what? If I want to, I guess, continue to grow in the YouTube space, I gotta just stick with what I like. And I went back with gas, and it's been a heck of a ride so far. Very, very interesting ride, and it's great. I mean, I'm definitely gonna come back to electric. It's just a matter of, you know,
Yeah, when the Rivian comes out next year.
yeah, we know seriously when because I mean, after saying Tesla this, Tesla that, Tesla this, Tesla that, and every single video and title and thumb, the cars are so simple, and there's only so much you can do before it's like, okay, I did five things to a Model X that no one else has done. Now what do? I do it on the S. It's like it's the same car, it's just different form factors.
Shape. Yeah.
Yeah, different shape. Like the Y is the same as the 3, and the X is the same as the S. It's kind of like, okay. And then yeah, I switched to gas, man. And then I think when a more interesting EV comes out, like Lucid, something I get my hands on, I'll switch to that. But for now, I'm just gonna go with gas for now.
Yeah. So obviously your audience didn't appreciate that. Oh, I don't know. I mean,
Well,
on the surface it looked like it didn't. But
yeah.
what does it feel from your side? How does your audience
You
take
know
it?
what? Oh man. So I ran the numbers and I stopped doing Tesla stuff. But
Mhm.
before I stopped doing, I said why. I had a video where I was talking about, Tesla and I's history starting from day one, just to bring everyone up to speed before I decided to stop doing it. So I had a video called that, about the whole referral code thing, and how that
That's
went
right.
down.
They screwed you out of the referrals that they owed you.
The Roadster. But you know what's funny? Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. I want to get back to that. But I'll tell you, every single so I switched to an Audi RS7, and every single Audi related video I did, I lost about, I want to say, 350 to 400 subscribers each, right?
Okay. Every video, every upload.
Every upload, I would
Which,
lose.
by the way, it's way more than that. It's just that was what it was more than the subscribers that you gain. So every day you gain subscribers. Let's say 500 subscribers, right?
Exactly, exactly.
So that means you lost 500 plus 300.
Right. So
That
here's the thing. So that is interesting because I was like, oh crap, I'm losing people. But you know what I realized? You're gonna lose people regardless.
yeah, every day you do.
You're gonna lose them just cause. But I have never seen a bigger gain on my channel than when I switched to gas. Never.
Really?
Nope.
So overall,
Overall
wait,
gain,
but gain in what? In views or in subscribers?
subscribers.
Oh,
Overall,
really?
yes, overall view count. It's about the same ish, but in terms of actual growth, it's definitely surprising me. I did
Okay.
not. I thought. I mean, so the average loss is about 350, 400 per Audi video, but the gain was about probably close to 5,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're doing good. Your channel's
Yes.
growing.
Which is good. So that was big. That was no joke. It was the scariest thing ever. Like imagine you going from what you're doing now to having a cooking show, like cooking with Jehu. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would be it'd be I mean, I wouldn't watch it. No, I'm just kidding. I'd still watch it. But it's
Yeah.
going against your what you kind of started doing. That's it was scary. It was very very scary.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple of times actually, because I used to do the video stuff.
Yeah. Not yeah, now you're
Jag
doing
35. Jag35 was a camera accessories company,
yep. Oh yeah. You know what's funny?
and I used to make the
I still
things.
have your try. I use that thing every single day. That was no,
The
that was one of the greatest things. It was the Joby combined with your custom you had a custom mount.
yeah, the ball head or whatever. It was the legs of this thing.
Yes, it was the legs, but I have the
Yeah.
I have the
And-
I have the
The orange one?
orange. I have the orange ones. The orange legs.
Yeah, so this is I called it a bendy pod.
Yeah.
It's like a little tripod, tiny one, and it's basically not. I mean, you can put your camera there, but it's essentially for you to carry around your camera and do this and
Nope,
wrap it around a tree.
I use it as a tripod and I use that in every single one of my videos.
There you go.
So thank you. So thank you very much for that. I wish you would make. Do you still make them?
No, that's the thing that I got out of this, and I shifted from camera or DSLR accessories to then talking about batteries, and my audience completely hated it.
Really?
And I didn't do any gains. I was just like everybody was just leaving, and it was pretty scary because you're like. But at the time, I'm like, who cares? I don't care.
Right.
I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do.
Right.
Like these guys are just my guests. They're inviting me. I'm letting them see what I'm doing. I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. So I didn't care. But it was scary and it hurt because you do kind of expect a little bit of acceptance
Right.
from your audience, right? I mean
Right.
I have a thick skin, but I'm not like an alligator. I I still seek for acceptance or whatever.
Yeah, you want to accept. Yeah, you're right. You everyone wants that. Everyone wants to feel like they're wanted. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So no, I didn't realize that. I thought you were still doing both. I thought you were doing the Jag 35 and the battery
Wow.
stuff, and I thought that the Jag 35 slowly kind of phased out after a while. I thought you were doing both simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean, I did that for a little while, like 6 months, I
Okay.
think, but that was way back in like 2015 or
Right.
2016, and yeah, since then I just went like, I'm gonna do these video things, like I'm gonna do the YouTube thing,
Mhm.
and then I tried a couple things, and then eventually, like the battery started doing, like people started getting really interested in that, and I'm like, okay, I'm doing that. It's
Right.
interesting. Anyways, of all the DIY projects that I were doing, the batteries was the most exciting for me, anyways, because
Yeah.
it was the hardest. You couldn't get them or whatever, and so then that's how it came. But I basically started slowly, and it built up or whatever to where I am now.
Right.
And right now I'm kind of in the same place as you, where I'm like, what do I do now? Like,
Yeah, man.
this stuff is, you can only talk about something for so long.
Oh
After
my
that-
amen. But people don't realize that, man. People don't realize that you can't. It's not that
It's
you
a
can't,
journey.
but it's difficult to discuss the same thing over and over and over again because there's only so many times people want to see it. And one good thing for you to look at is when you look at your videos. Let me look at this or not, but look at your percentage of what new people are watching your videos versus your current subscribers.
Yeah.
And I was always noticing that it's kind of sad that my subscribers don't really watch the videos as much as I thought they do.
So mine breaks down as 70% are new subscribers, are new, like not even subscribers.
Really?
They're what is that called? Recommended views.
Which is but that's good. That's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing.
Because that means you're growing.
Well, yeah, because out of those, and then I even did this math where right now my channel's not doing that great, right? Because I haven't been doing it like this whole year. I've been setting up this new. I set up a new warehouse and
I
a
saw.
whole new company, right?
I saw. Yep.
and then the studio and the whole thing. So I haven't had a lot of time to make videos. I've been struggling to find time. I'm like, okay, what can I do that is stupid and dumb, and I can. I'm like, I have an hour to do a video. What can I do? So as a result, that is suffering, right? My performance. But at one point, like 6 months ago, I used to compare my views and like per 100 views, how many subscribers, right? I would turn, and I was like somewhere like 3%.
Wow.
And then when you look at like the numbers of the big YouTubers like Casey Neistat and
Right.
the whatever, all those big, I'm like, oh, I'm way ahead of them. They're like at 0.5% or something.
Yeah, and it's funny because sometimes you look at those huge numbers and you're like, wow, like that's absolutely amazing. But channels that are juggernaut size like that, for growth, it's hard because they're already so damn big. It's
Yeah,
like where are they gonna go? It's almost like Mr. Beast in a way.
Mr. Beast.
Like you have so many millions and millions of people. It's like you're almost running out of people on Earth.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes,
Like you
yeah,
like you're running out, and it's such a crazy thing to think of. But no, that's I mean that shows growth. You know that.